Good morning. Happy after Christmas. So for anybody popping in, I know I started this show late today. We shall see. We shall see. Hello. I also know it's the holidays, so God knows people might decide to sleep in, spend time with family, stuff like that. I get it. There we go. All right, leave that there. Let's get some coffee in me. Okay. Get that one done. Well, hope everybody who celebrated had a lovely Christmas. Oops. I'm going to try these out. Hey, Joe. Good morning. Happy post-Christmas to you, brother. How are you? Oops. Oh, man. I'm okay. Not great, not bad, in the middle. Yeah. How's your Christmas? First of all, hopefully everybody's feeling well. And I believe you're working today. Is that correct, Joe? Close, Chow. That does not look right. That's it. Is Ray here? Hey, Ray, if you're on, Merry Christmas. Hello, everyone. Good evening, Edwin. How are you, my friend? Thank you for the holiday wishes. I appreciate it. Ray, if you're on, do me a favor. I don't see you. It was empty. All family was sick. Oh no! Stayed in and made Polish food. Well, at least that sounds like a good thing. Man, Tony was in the same position if memory serves. Is Ray on? Because I can't see. I can't see there. YouTube must be mad at me. What the fuck was that? I didn't see anything from Ray at the beginning. Let me check the Jesus Christ. That was close. There it is. Now I see Ray's thing. I don't understand. What's the difference between top chat and live chat? You should still be able to see all chats, especially considering we don't have a lot going on. It's making me wait a minute before I can chat. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Dude, I changed it today too. I changed it to subscribers 1 minute. Huh. Anyway, Joe, I hope everybody feels better, brother. I'm sorry to hear that everybody's not well. Oh, messages. Hmm. Fucked up. Sorry, guys. Again, YouTube being YouTube. There's nothing here that's changed. I just had the same. Couldn't do anything for 30 seconds. 30. Fuck me. All right. Tomorrow we might try switching off subscriber mode. Hey, Peter, how are you? Suck you, YouTube dick. So deeply and truly sick of media platforms at the moment. I'll wait a minute to harass you, though. I am too. It's interesting. So last night we had this conversation at with the family. It's like, you have my daughter turns to me, my older daughter turns to me and says, you have an Instagram account. It's like, I don't go on it. I'm done. It's like, I don't understand why people have this interesting belief that, oh, but it's out there. It's like, I don't want to be on it. I know that sounds like a grumpy old man thing, but it's like, it's actually, it's a well-reasoned thought. I'm not just saying I hate social media because I don't get it. I don't like a lot of social media because I do get it. Packing the final items and mentally preparing for a 23-hour stint traveling, but at the end of the 23 hours, glory. Anyway, enough with the BS. Let's get to what's good. I hope everybody had an enjoyable Christmas. Joe sounds like he was out a little bit sick. I know Ray was also saying he was I think you said you were under the weather too. But we had except for my older daughter who was also sick, we had everybody else was pretty healthy and had a really nice day yesterday. It was super low key, except for the meal prep, but we had a nice plan in place for all the meals. My wife and I, and the kids now sleep in late. My wife and I actually watched a TV show, just the two of us after, we got up. Just kick back. It was great. It was glorious. And then uh and then after that, we did the present thing, had breakfast, kick back. Kids kind of rested for a little bit, and I think they took a nap after that. My wife and I watched a little something. Well, I watched something. And then yeah, that was kind of it. Again, low key. My kind of way of enjoying the holidays. Just wearing pajamas all day. Okay, let's see. Cats did better on the way home last night. Margarine settled into Katie's lap and fell asleep. Montekia, such a beautiful name, is a trooper for car rides. That's great. That's great. See, we don't do a lot of traveling with cats and cars, so we don't know what it's like. I'm assuming it isn't so bad. Will you ever spill the lore on Timu Wilson? On what? Only if you consider a foot of snow being under the weather. I consider that to be under the weather. Hey, Mike, good morning. What's going on, brother? Happy post-Christmas to you. Hope you and the family had a lovely time. Yeah, right. Let's start measuring and cutting. Measuring and cutting. You're asking about the hand? On the the tennis ball? No. So yesterday, planes, trains, and automobiles is a Thanksgiving. Yeah, it is. Yeah, same super mellow Xmas at my house, as it should be. As it should be, right? All right, let's get the pencil out. Should have watched Dutch instead. Dutch. Oh. So I did one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies last night. I actually in the afternoon, I watched The Andromeda Strain, 1971 Robert Wise film. One of my all-time favorite sci-fi films. I think it disturbed my wife. Didn't mean to. I think it did. One of the new holiday gifts I got, 6.0. We want to go to 12. $36. 48. 60. Almost 72. As in main character in Predator, right? I would probably think it's the movie Dutch. Jumanji is a Christmas movie. Is it really? No. For real? Okay. No. You go above +8. I find the focal range is hot garbage when you magnify too much. Yeah. This I actually got primarily for painting, but I figured I just got them. I'm going to try them out. I'm definitely getting closer. That's for sure. Rambo is a Christmas movie. Never saw the original one. Have yet to see it. Could never get myself to see that film. I don't know why. Could never get myself to see it. Desperate for coffee today. Joining moves all start with a kid in college going home for college for Christmas. From college for Christmas. Yeah, it's been ages since I've seen Jumanji. Liked it. The original one. When Sylvester Stallone got his period. I assume that's why it's called First Blood. Sylvester Stallone. Next. So, anybody got anything special planned for today? My wife and I have what I consider to be excellent plans for today. I'm very excited for spending time with my wife today. Bring it up a smidge. We are nada. Excellent. I did just watch Death Race 2000. Speaking of Stallone, yeah, dude, yeah. Nada. My wife and I are going to spend some of her Christmas money a la company bonus that I got, which was quite nice. I'm going to go buy her some new shoes, which she's wanted. And we're going to go up near where her new job is going to be, so I get to see the school that she's going to be starting at. So we'll do lunch, and I'll get to see her where she's going to be starting in March. So very excited to spend that kind of time today with her. Dinner, Robin Williams. It's a Christmas party for the company who stops the parents. I'll have to rewatch it. It's been that long. Warhammer 40K tonight will be painting the Blue Squad orcs, then sleep. Nice. How far into the squad are you, Edwin? I forgot he was in that. You forgot the Stallone was in the small role. Yeah, that was just prior to Rocky, if I'm correct. Right, Ray? I have a question regarding international deployment. By the way, I will tell you about that, Peter, in just a moment. I have a question regarding international diplomacy. If the president appoints a special envoy to another country, this person not still required to have his diplomatic status recognized. I don't know. I do find it fascinating that happened. It's not a surprise. Peter, I don't even know what to say about any of this stuff because we are in such unprecedented territory. That's by the country he is going to, and if it is not, he's just a tourist like everyone else. And what happens if he gets there and he decides to do something stupid? Can he be arrested? I mean, if he's who the fuck knows? Out of 26 orcs, boss was done. Need to redetail 20 orc boys and 4 beast snagga boys. Nice. So you got a bit of a ways to go. By the sound of things. It's cranking out work, so I'm just pumping them out. Yep, it's been 4 months just to get this combat patrol done. I got 56 more to go. Wow. Edwin, at the end of it, what will be left? Will you be ready to game them? Or are you playing with them now and just not? They're just not painted yet. So, Peter, regarding the tennis ball, my my younger daughter at one point just like coloring them. Younger daughter? I think it was my younger daughter. Now I got to verify. It's been that long. Like to color them, just mark them up, and she and a number of years ago we finally just started saying, "Hey, we don't." She did it as a kid, so she's like, "We don't need this anymore." So we got rid of almost all of them, and I said, "I'm keeping one," and it's the one that we kind of worked on together. So that's what we got there. Oh shit! Hope that wasn't what I think it was. A broken part of it off. Damn it. Yeah, I did. It's almost ready to play. It's about 500 points. Next goal is 1,000 points to start playing regular game. Nice. I will say, I remember years ago walking into a shop and just seeing all that stuff out there. Was Warhammer 40K something before then? I don't know why, but for some reason I'm thinking it had a different. It went by a different name, but I could be wrong. I'm genuinely curious about the diplomacy thing because regular diplomats have to have their status appointed by the country they go to. It is not unheard for their status to be revoked. Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of curious. How do you assess an envoy to a country that you're not a member that you're not part of? I don't understand, Peter. Like I said, we're in unprecedented times. Everyone just get a Titian. Of Warhammer. When all the orcs done, I'll build the Death Guard army. Already got about 1,400 points. Wow. That sounds like a lot. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a lot. Okay. I may have to redo this one. smidge short. But let's see. Warhammer was always Warhammer, but there was a couple of other games, mainly Space Quest and Blood Bowl, with similar aesthetics that you might be thinking of. Yeah, was it ever called something besides 40K? I don't know why. I'm just shooting here because it's I was never into it, so I can't say for certain. Was it ever called 30K? I don't know why that comes to mind. And I could be completely off base, and that would not be surprising. A few games, the Fantasy AK's Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40K, sub Blood Bowl is a sub game of Warhammer Fantasy. Warhammer, there is a Warhammer 30K games. It's Horus Heresy. That might be what I'm thinking of then. There, excuse me. I just remember seeing that, and I can't recall where or when. It's been a long while. Like I said, I don't follow Warhammer too much. I think the minis look cool. I'd love to paint a mini. I'm not going to pay that kind of money for it. Yeah. Speaking of, I was like getting very close to going out and buying, pre-ordering a couple more of the Meng tanks, which I will. But I thought to myself, I had a little extra cash. I'm like, you know what? I think I want to buy music instead. So I got myself some. I downloaded 7 new albums from Bandcamp. So excited to listen to some new music. One older album. Unexpected comparison. I think the pink one, right? There is 30K, so many flavors. It's like autism. That is funny. I like the pink one, right? 30K basically the Imperium Civil War. 40K is basically the Civil War. Plus all the Xenos alien. Got it. Mostly. For anybody who remembers our friend Linus, when I was on Instagram, so Linus started transitioning from Gundam over to spending a lot more time doing Warhammer. And during these, at one point, he's like, George, watch this video. It's like a half-hour intro to everything you need to know about Warhammer. And I think by the end of it, and it was well done, but by the end of it, I was more confused. Like, oh, shit. It's like when somebody asks you, well, so what's the story of Gundam? It's like, oh my God, where do you even begin, right? When you got something that's got nearly a 50-year history, how do you define that? You know? How do you define that? 71. Okay. There we go. And after we do this one, I think we may start laying some of these down. I have to hack back on that a little bit. I am consuming lore from YouTube because it is more efficient and faster than reading all the lore myself. Yeah, it is a lot, but that makes sense. Because how long has Warhammer been around? I mean, I am pretty sure I saw something back when I was living in Boston as a college kid. And when I was going to the shop, so if you guys remember, I've talked about it in the past. There's a shop that I used to go to called The Outer Limits, still there. So when I heard about a comic shop that had carried Gundam models or Macross models, I went to this shop in Waltham. I was at that point. How did I get there? I must have taken a commuter rail. Anyway, I don't even remember how I got there. Buses, whatever. But I got there and I saw all of this Gundam stuff as well. Macross was a thing that was driving me because of Robotech. And then it's like, what the fuck is the rest of this stuff? And then I remember in the corner of my eye, because this shop had a lot of memorabilia type of stuff, but they were huge into anime. They were a huge comic shop at the time. But anyway, so I remember in the back corner, they had a lot of Warhammer stuff. Well, Plasmos, 40K gold Warhammer tank. Oh, that thing was insane. I was done with that one. Yeah. This is supposed to be their 40th or 50th anniversary. Yeah, that would make sense. Morning, Waltham? Is that a hobby town? Back then there was a Massachusetts-based franchise hobby town. No, this is they're still there, Mike. First of all, good morning, Mike. Hope you guys had a lovely, lovely Christmas with your in-laws. Are you guys in Massachusetts yet, or are you guys heading over today? It's a place still out there, Mike. I would highly recommend checking it out. It is an awesome store. The owner is a sweetheart. It's called The Outer Limits. It's on Moody Street in Waltham. Can't recommend it enough. I haven't been back I went there a few years back. I haven't been able to get back since. However, I got 2 clients not very far. The next time I'm out there, I might do a swing over. Just knowing the grimdark orcs are a race of plants or fungi that live only for war, spreads their seeds. Don't make anything by thinking if they ever had a thought. Really? Orcs are really fungi? They're mushrooms? Oh, that's kind of cool. I did not know that. Reminds me of an old Japanese movie. God, was it Attack of the Mushroom People? God, back when Creature Double Feature was on, many, many, many years ago. send a guy. One of our old employees lives in Waltham. You remember Casey? I think so. Yeah. His dad owned Henry's Hobby House. Oh, really? I knew of Henry's. Never had a chance to go there because it was way after. It was, I'm sorry, before my time, before I got back into the hobby. But I've heard mention of. But yeah, Outer Limits it's become more of a memorabilia place. In fact, he doesn't even do a lot with comics. Like if you start talking comics with him, I think it's smart. His business migrated. He still sells comics. Does he buy collections? He goes, no, not a lot, but he buys a lot of other kitschy memorabilia. And I remember the last time I saw when I was on Instagram, his Instagram page always talked about stuff that he either had or picked up recently. It's a fabulous, fabulous idea. Like he had like everything from like Kennedy, pins and sign stuff through, Marilyn Monroe stuff through just, 70s, 80s pop culture stuff. But he still carries, like I said, he still does some other stuff too. But that's kind of like, he's like a pop culture store with pop culture not being like the stuff that you can go into Newbury Comics and find. Like, in my opinion, like legit, he is a collector of pop culture. Shovel the Mass on Sunday. Got it. Got it. Nice. Let's see. Oh, snap. Creature double feature. Shows mom coming down in curlers. One was the show. The other was mom coming down in curlers. For us, Creature double feature was like that was like the epitome. WLVI Channel 56, Creature double feature. Saturdays around noon. That's where a lot of us consume things like Godzilla or Attack of the Mushroom People or whatever crazy shitty B films were released. It was awesome. What a great way to discover stuff. Okay. Let's see what happens when we try to get some of these things landed on here now. I think we said we're doing 5 of these things, 5 rows. I end up just doing 4. I may just end up doing 4. I think I prefer that. 5, I think, is just going to look a little too jammed. A good day yesterday with Kim's parents. Well, Kim did. I was on snow removal duty. Got to do what you got to do. Yeah. And every now and then, Mike, it's not bad being on snow duty, right? One more. I'm going to toss this stuff out. We're going to leave it like that. Just as a reminder of what we have here. No idea what the hell that was. Okay. Let's cut some more paper. Yeah, we're going to go to 4. I think 5 just becomes a little too much. It just jams in way too much stuff in there. In fact, we're going to cut a total of 5 of these things now. What do we say? 70, 71? Give me a second, guys. So I want to make sure at least I got the even height here. Fuck, moved. $56. Nope. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I get this lined up first before I avert my eyes. All right. Hey, Richie. Good morning. Happy post-Christmas, brother. Let me tell you, it was so hot in our house. Being outside with about 18 degrees and wind was a relief. Yeah, I bet. Richie, hope you had a lovely, lovely day yesterday. Oops, sanding. Tokyo Godfather is on Tubi right now. Yeah. I believe it's also on Criterion. And I think it's now out on 4K. That's cool. Tubi, you have commercials on Tubi. Is that correct, Ray? But I'm at hell now looking forward to the snowstorm coming. Hold it a second. Richie, you have to fucking work today? Dude, what the fuck? That blows. Which side did I fucking cut? Oh, did I cut the wrong side? I sure shooting did. You dumb monkey. But Tubi is free. Yep. Yeah, I may leave at lunchtime. Still debating. Don't blame you. I fucked that one up. You know what? Screw it. I was planning on doing a whole batch of these things, but I'm not going to do that now. Now I'm just going to do this one at a time. Fuck a duck. Oh well. Par for the course for George. Measure twice, cut 3 times. Cut on the wrong side of the ruler. Finally, one of us, one of us, one of us. Ah, the shingles come out. Or is that what I'm working on them right now, Mike? Yeah. So I got one laid down. And I've got 2 more done, including mounting them on 0.4 millimeter boards. And as soon as I get this last one done, I was thinking about doing 5 rows. I think we're just going to do 4, excuse me. I'm going to start getting these things cinched down and seeing what happens. But so far, so good. It's going to be once we get, it's trying to get tucked underneath the roof, this corner piece up here, which if I have to, I'll remove and redo, or I'll just thin down the plastic and slide it underneath. We'll see. But so far, so good. Perfect, spot on. And this one is starting at 6. Six and 12 is 18. 30, 42, 54, 66. Yep, good. Got to work on the orc. See you all tomorrow. Edwin, have a lovely, lovely evening, my friend. Thanks for popping in, and good luck with that orc army of yours. Or do what I do. Cut and hope you didn't fuck it up. Yeah. Dude, I got to tell you, I remember watching, what's it? Blue? Tom would know exactly. The woman who does like all like just scribing, carving in with just a knife, starting it with just a knife, and then just doing everything by hand with just visibly doing it. It's like, man, that level of eye acuity is unbelievable. To err is human, but it is not if you're George. To err is impossible for George. Yeah. Nah, I fuck up all the time. Comes with the territory. In fact, sometimes when you screw things up, you not only learn something, but you also have an opportunity, right, to see if, hey, that screw up actually worked out well, worked out in my favor. That's what I want. You know, there's one thing I will not do. I will never claim perfection. Strive towards it, but don't expect to get there. 6. Let's do this. Don't expect perfection. Fun and win. For G, a ruler where all sides besides the measuring side are all jagged, wobbly, and uneven. Exactly. Dude, that'd be awesome. There we go. You know, if there's one thing I can say that I enjoy, I enjoy this process, even screwing things up. You learn from it. I mean, what was it? I think on the Spartan in particular, I learned that sometimes you just like when you have like 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 of something. I always worked on one, and one became kind of the test bench for the other. By the time I got to the second side, I was banging through. So you're learning on one, correcting, fixing, locking down, starting on the other one. And by the time you got to the second leg, as an example, it was just things are working much, much better. Hey, Robert, good morning. How are you? I got him some batteries, present not included. I would like to get this side of the roof done today because this is still the experiment, right? We're still kind of learning what we're doing here, which is why I'm not working on the other side yet. Just to see how is this going to turn out. Good to see you, Robert. How are you? How was your Christmas? Hopefully you had an enjoyable, peaceful time. Robert sent me a photo of something he is going to be bringing to ValleyCon. And I'm going to tell you, I'm excited to see it. You on Dog Hustle? Yeah. With luck, by the end of the weekend, it should be done. Today I get to. I'm actually kind of excited. I got my older daughter a turntable, so I'll be setting that up today. I'm getting it all ready. I was lucky over the last year, due to deinstallations of client systems. I was able to get a very nice stereo system set up for her, and now I picked up a turntable, so now she has a full blown. Like if she ever decides she's going to be moving to her new place, she's trying to find the ability to move out of here, which I respect because frankly, I can understand. It's like, you want to kind of start your own life, but she'll have a stereo system to go with it. Thought it was a shed. Shed, doghouse, it's all the same. Christmas is good if exhausting. Exhausting? Uh-oh. Hopefully not too exhausting. Goals finish that XCA before the end of 2025, but every step I have a setback. This last piece I need to prime already had part of the plastic cave in. As in break? Had to make a hot plate patch. Really? Robert, just a question. And again, you know the part better than I do, and certainly direction better than I do. Could you have filled it with CA and then rescribed it? Now she needs a second table, a mixer, and a couple of slip mats. Yeah. No. Not tables that you scratch with. Nope. One of the nice things about working in the AV industry is being able to do stuff like this at a reasonable price. We all take advantage of those things that we can, right? If you're in a trade, take advantage of your trade. And then she and I are going to be going to, if anybody's ever in the Boston area and wants to go to a really, really good record store in Cambridge, there's a place called Cheapo Records, which she and I have been to on a previous occasion. And I got her a gift certificate for there too. So I'm looking forward to spending a little time there and a little bit of money. I think this year is like the year I want to get back to I want to get back to watching movies, 2026, watching movies and listening to a lot more music. Hobby is so niche, nothing is really priced. It was a panel I was trying to reduce elevation on, and it was, okay, got it. I thought the whole side became, but I hate fixing cars. But you can do it, and the money you save allows you to get all the other goodies. Like me, if I got to take my car in, Christmas is mostly exhausting because I haven't been sleeping well, work stress, triggering bad insomnia. Jesus. Hey, Robert, and Robert, please understand you don't need to answer because I know this is a public forum. Is there any possibility that you may be able to find a position that allows you to have both the income that you need? It's not about want, it's about need. The income that you need and a certain peace of mind. Come to DK where this hobby is so niche. Nothing is fairly priced. What? Are you serious? Are you talking about Gundam in particular or scale modeling? Scale modeling is huge in Europe. Traditional scale modeling. Let me send you a photo of the blower motor I had to replace in a Volvo. The entire dash had to come out. Yeah. See? Oh, I know. This is like why when my mechanic from a few years back, when I asked him, what do I get for a car to replace my my VW, goes, anything but German. I will not get anything European. For me, Toyotas from here on out. I'm very happy with my Toyota. That's a struggle. Try to find another position elsewhere that will pay the income I need with the experience I have, lack of degree in this area. Really, my company is in a hiring freeze. I work for Cox, and Charter is buying us. Hold it a second. Charter is buying Cox? Oh, fuck. Consolidation. Didn't we used to have antitrust laws? This country will be consumed by capitalism. I'm sorry to say that, but it will be consumed by capitalism. Anyway. So half the stress is running lean. The other half is being almost certain we're going to get laid off. Fuck. The Cox was in Canada. Cox are everywhere. Cox Automotive is, but not our ISP branch. Yeah. Yeah. Rhode Island is a Cox affiliate. We just dropped Charter. We just switched over to Ripple. I'm sure they'll get consumed by some company at some point. At our ISP branch, yeah. RA is a high cost of living area, and the company has scaled back our building even before COVID. We're down to less than 100 folks in our HQ now. It used to be hundreds. Wow. Cox was a good, interesting frontier. Robert, we'll I'm assuming you work in the office. Are you doing remote support? Okay. Hey, Mike. Merry day after Christmas. You too, brother. How are you? Always good to see Mike Wine pop in here. How was your Christmas, Mike? Did you have a good time with the family? And who was around? I work from home in dispatch. Close enough to the office that it wouldn't be a huge pain to go back. Aside from my cat throwing a fit. Nice. Dispatch, okay. Mr. Michael Wine in the house. All right. Let's cut the last of this one side of shingle board. Mellow, kids came over, nice dinner. Nice. Well, woohoo, that was close. That was almost a, hey, let's not just cut plastic, but let's cut fingers. Yeah. Mellow, kids came over, ate our food, and left. Okay. Sorry, guys, give me a second. Come on. All right. Last of the shingle boards. Okay. I'm going to glue this on. And then once that's done, we're going to start layering all of these on. Let's put away some tools that I don't need. One, at least for the moment. Mike must be up for a pee break. We're using for a ridge vent. No idea. Don't care. What's a ridge vent? Sounds like something a communist would use. I have no idea. What the hell's a ridge vent? You know, one of the things that I think is important is, you know, in scale modeling is to remember that we are building a representation, not a miniaturized version of. It's something that, and I know there are a lot of people out there who believe in building to realism, and God bless you. And there are times when I feel like I want to do that as well. But most times it's like, now it's like, you know what? Let me tell a story. And, you know, again, everything is very model dependent. Depends on the model that I'm working on. But I'd always rather err on the side of creativity than the side of reality. All right. Let's do this. Unless you're a Buddhist, then it's more of a Calvinist. Nice. Reality can be fun, but constraining. Yeah. You know, again, I think my the best example I know is still Martin Kovach. You know, I think he builds ridiculously high quality models, like off the chain, some of the best work I've ever seen. Him and Plasmo, but they always err on the side of the reality, the realism that they add always is trumped by adding some character to it to make it look good. All of this is, geez, way to explain the F ups as intentional. That's right. This is my Trumpian way of doing that bullshit. That's right. All right. Last of the boards is on. That's right. When you screw something up and you say, I planned it that way. Measurement. Let's cap the PVA. Measure. $32. This is where George better write stuff down because I will absolutely bone this thing. $32, and the height of each of these things, it doesn't matter. I can make these things anything I want. 1, 2, 3. So we got 4. 8. At 8, we'll make it 32. I might go just a little over 8. You will see the progress in 2 more weeks. Exactly. That's right. Progress. It's coming. It's going to be there. Just give me 2 more weeks. Just in 2 weeks, you'll be blown away. Blown away by what you see here in 2 weeks. So make sure I'm inside the groove. Now let's measure. Every now and then I do eyeball it very well, I will say. I got to file back just a smidge on this side. It's not straddling inside. Now it is. I think it is now. Yes, now it is. Okay, let's measure. Eight. Down. 8. 8. Let's hold it in place. Pray to dear sweet Jesus that don't move. Lord, have mercy on me. Measure one more time before we apply the thin cement. 8. 8. And before we do that, just want to double check. 8. Yes, that'll be fine. Let's do this. Give me a second, guys. Strong arm to let's see that. Oh shit. I did not want the well, I guess it won't matter. That won't be seen much, but the thin cement got onto the paper. Eight. There's the second row. Ooh, a little anxious. It's number 3. Except number 3 is curling the wrong way. Three is a little shy. 8. Eight. Unfortunately, it does look like something is not even here. That doesn't seem right. Because that's not 8. That's now 8. That's better. Something moved. And we'll measure again because, that's what we do. 8. 8. Slide it this way. Okay. Number 3 down. I still got people hanging on. Boy, who's still on? Looks like it's just me and Peter. Now let's see if we can get this thing underneath. This may not work. This may be requiring me to do some surgery. Oops, not that blade. I left a while ago. Yeah. Don't blame me, Ray. Let's see if I can lift this thing up and get this thing underneath. That would be nice. Paper's coming apart. Damn it. Okay. The corners are going to need to get hacked back. Paper became a little unglued, which is fine. Let's see. I just reprimed the last part before work. Nice. Oh, so you're going in today, Robert? Oh, man, I'm sorry. I guess that would make sense. You guys are probably always on call. We're going to re-glue this paper as well. Time's up. Yeah. Love to get this side done. But 3 lefts do. That's right. You're just so chill. Your reply is this late. Two wrongs make a right. So using Strabi Aqueous primer for Exia. You could say it's my favorite acrylic primer, but it isn't without flaws. They all have some flaws. Robert, what are you going to do when aqueous is gone? And if you're not part of the solution, you're a solid gas or plasma. Nice. Come on. I got tomorrow off. Okay. I'll go back to Sinal Res primer. Yeah. All right, let's see if this works or not. Something tells me it is not. I'm so little too far. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of close. First of all, let's see if I'm too wide. Smidge. Come on, motherfucker. If I can just get this thing to slide underneath there, we are in like motherfucking Flynn. You have to lift this piece up. Damn it. Yeah, I just can't get the slide underneath. I mean, I could hack this thing back and not worry about it, but we'll see. Let's see. Someone doesn't have adhere to plastic as well as aqueous surfacer, but it self-levels better. Yep. This part that I've sanded down. Not all the paint came up. Aqueous primer still shows. Oh, look where the paint was. That is good. Doesn't lift. No love for Mr. Sunres would have blended that. I tend to avoid lacquers. I spray 2 feet from my work desk and across the hall from my bedroom. Yeah. This made for 3D print, so it's designed to help you hide layers. Really? Aqueous was like that? No shit. Makes sense. Might I suggest Kaleido primers? They are surprisingly good for me, at least. The other one that we might want to check out, because Robert's thing is right now he can't work with lacquers. And one of the ones that we might be looking at, Robert. Again, I've got no stake in the company whatsoever. I don't make anything off it. I've just had very good success with at least their top coats. But VMS, I believe, is now introducing or has introduced primers that are all water-based. Johnny Mecahan just sent me Kaleido Great to test. Is it water-based? Whatever the Badger primer is, I'm not trying to spell style. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. Okay. This thing is not fitting underneath here, which sucks. But at the same time, something I said to my wife last night, I'm not going to let plastic beat me. Fuck you, plastic. Back. Let's go all ham on this son of a bitch. Let's break out the 120. What I'm doing is I'm sanding the corner down to see if I can get the plastic just thin enough to tuck in underneath. There we go. Come on. Okay. One side is under. Maybe just a little too wide still. That might be why. It's under. Now let's measure. Whew, sorry about that, guys. Give me a second here. Badger has a 3D print primer that they say is different from their standard acrylic, but who knows? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Glad it was water-based, though it has a bit more solvent in it, I think. Yep. At least the VOCs are higher than Vallejo. Off to work. Have a great day. Mike, you're going to work? Oh, my God, man. I'm sorry. Good luck today, brother. May it be a peaceful day for you. Ugh. That sucks. All right, let's slide this thing in. We'll see. Once this thing is slid in, it ain't coming back out. So got to get the measurements down on this thing. Pretty spot on. Got just under a millimeter. In fact, that's it. Done. And it all slid underneath this thing, though this thing is looking a little bulbous right now, but I'm all right with that. There we go. I'm going to try to figure a way of getting these things secured a little further down, just kind of get them to just sit a little down. I probably could have gone to thinner plastic, could have used, instead of 0.4, could have used 0.25, but I wanted to give it a little bit more rigidity. Good. Thank you. Thank you. They look acceptable. I'm not being coy about it. It's like they're looking good. For what I need to do, it is perfectly fine. Once this is all done, it will be perfectly fine. I'm going to go right to the top here. Okay. Push these down. There we go. All right. I'm happy enough with that. That's good. Again, perfect? No. They actually kind of sticking up a little too high. Don't care. It is perfectly acceptable for what I need here. I like that there's a ridge there that they kind of sit inside. In general, this is good enough for what I need. And I've also got them staggered correctly. So this is good. Tomorrow, I'll begin on this side. And now that we've kind of got the game plan down and theoretically everything is kind of progressing at a good pace, meaning I understand the pace that we're following, this shouldn't take as long to get this side done. With luck, this will all get done by Sunday. With luck. Everything works great in theory. All right. Clean off the brush here, and we are going to call it a morning session, my friends. So anyway, with that, I don't get the plastic underneath. The sandpaper should have been stiff enough to use alone. But all in all, a good result. The reason for it was to give it a little bit more. It wasn't stiff enough. I started cutting into making the lines for it, I think it would have been just a little too thin and a little too pliable. This also, if you take a look at it, gives it a little bit more. I think a little bit more realism. If it were just paper lying on down of paper, I think it would have been a little too thin. So could I have gone to 0.25 rather than 0.4? Yes. But overall, not complaining. I like the way that looks. So, and that's it. I might round the corners down a little bit, just kind of hit them up with a little bit of sanding, but I'm not complaining about any of this right now. It's exactly where we need it to be. So, all right, friends, gonna clear out this water dish here. Get all the PDA out. There we go. And with that, stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Snoopy could get shit down on that. Right, exactly. Not complaining. Yes, you are, but that's okay. I still love you. Just not what I expected when I was part of suggesting it. Yeah. In fact, looking at it from the top, I think it creates enough of the right shadowing. I think this is exactly the right way to have gone. I'm very happy with this direction. So with that, guys, stay safe and stay sane. Go out there and do good. I love you all, and I really wish you all the best post-Christmas. Hopefully everybody had an enjoyable time, and hopefully things start to improve from here on out, starting into 2026. So our next major holiday, of course, is New Year's. But in the meantime, go out there and continue to do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Show kindness and love and respect for others. Peter, safe travels to you, brother. Hopefully the trip will go quickly and smoothly, and you'll be in your wife's arms in no time flat. But go out there and do good. Show the world the kindness. And I'll be back on again tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. Enjoy. Love you all. Peace.